Going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is my first real video, so I want to get everybody in here, kind of explain the magic of Disney, why I chose to work there, and why one summer I actually chose to quit. I know with me saying that, a bunch of people are going to look at me like, why would you quit? It's the most magical place on earth. Let me explain, alright? So starting from the beginning, growing up, my family didn't have much money. So what that meant is I could never go to Disney World, right? I mean, as a kid, I never even thought real regular people went to Disney World. I was never under that impression. I always thought it was just for rich people. But then I started to get older, I got into college, and I realized the Disney College program was a thing, that I could go work there, and in exchange, along with getting paid, I could get into the parks for free. So right after this, after I applied, being a big history fan, I did my research on the parks, the company's history. What I didn't do my research on was the weather in Central Florida, because that stuff is insane. I'm from Pennsylvania, it's nothing like that. So one day I'm in an elevator going to class, I check my email, and boom, there it is. I have been accepted to the Disney College program, and everything else goes from there. I'm just really going to start off with telling you the stuff that I did love about working for Disney, all the good experience I had working for Disney. First thing, obviously, free entry into the parks. That's the number one plus. So if you've never been, if you can never afford to go, and you can do the college program, apply to the college program. Now, the kind of job you get is 100% random. As you can see here, this is the creation shop. This is where I worked my first year there. And I will tell you one thing, I absolutely loved it. I loved the people that I work with. I loved, most of the customers who came in, or the guests as we had to call them. Most of it was great. And right outside of our window was Spaceship Earth, so that didn't hurt either, right? One thing that I was mainly worried about is, the amount of money I'm going to make, right? Because, you're just a regular entry-level worker. But honestly, the money wasn't too bad, and at least when I was working at Epcot my first summer, I could get almost as many hours as I wanted to. They always needed help. It's such a big park, so that was never a problem for me. And my managers were really great. My coordinators, my leaders, everybody that I worked underneath and with were awesome. I still talk to a few of them to this day. Thing I'll tell you, a lot of people's biggest fear is bad guests. Honestly, like I said, if you have good management, that's not even a worry. They will take care of them and they'll have your back 100%. So not to rub it in, but my third day of training was the final day of cast member previews for the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. So most likely before any of you, I got to ride this ride. I've been on it, maybe 40 plus times, but the one song I've never gotten is September. So if you've gotten that, leave a comment below. So that way I could dislike it. Let's just fast forward to my second summer there. That's when I had a job at the Polynesian Resort, right? Thought it was beautiful. And I was working at Ohana, okay? So you could see the castle, everything was great. But there was just one issue, right? I absolutely hated this job. I thought it was going to be like the first summer, everything was going to be great, but it was just nothing like it. It felt like I was trying to make a movie, and I was the only person from the last movie who came back. So what did I do? Packed my bags. I quit early. I'm not proud of it, but that's what happened, right? And I know what you're thinking. Oh wow, you're at the Polynesian Resort, it's beautiful, this is where magic is made. And yeah, that's all true, but it just didn't bring me the happiness that I thought it would. Not to say that the company itself is not great, not to say that the resort is not beautiful, but it just wasn't for me, right? I decided that it was time to go home, get my priorities in order, and do what I was supposed to do. With that being said, do I really dislike the company at all? Do I have any resentment? Have I not gone back? No, I've gone back. And honestly, I just know that I got put in a role that I didn't love. And I worked with plenty of other people. They loved it. It's as simple as that. It just was in a restaurant. I had never worked in a restaurant before. It wasn't for me, right? So I feel like that was just the biggest hang up there. And I've been asked tons of questions, does working at Disney ruin the magic? And I could say 100% no. If anything, the more you know about the company, the more it brings that magic to life, right? I mean, I was able to bring my family to Disney for the first time. Like I said, we could not afford it. So with my free tickets that I got from working there, I was able to bring my family for the first time. I was able to make some of the best friends that I've ever had. I still talk to plenty of them to this day. And honestly, it just made me love the company and the parks even more. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about here, just in this video, if you're watching it in case you're thinking about applying to the program, you're thinking about accepting, the program if you got in, is Flamingo Crossings Village. That's where you live if you stay on campus, is what they call it, at the college program. So the main thing I'm going to say is your experience at Flamingo all depends on who your roommates are and what room size you get. So, the first summer, all 3 roommates I had, I talk to them to this day. They are great people. They're some of my best friends. I think it also helps that we each had our own bedroom and our own bathroom, so there's not those kind of arguments going on. The second summer, still had my own bedroom, shared a bathroom, wasn't that bad, but I only talked to one of my roommates. The other ones were always busy, or we just didn't really have anything in common. So that's going to be it. Thank you for watching my video. Leave any questions you have in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and share. And any suggestions you might have, also leave those below. I can make videos about, any questions you might have, or just I could do some more story times if you'd like.